we have Black Bolt. He can send out sonic boom, and this dumb ass nigga Black Bolt does that crusty ass smile, that crusty ass grin. I said, bro, if you don't just yell in this bitch face, why you grinning?
Look, see them hating ass niggas talking, tell them niggas stop it. Move back, baby, run down Jason. Off the Berkey, boy, I'm dangerous. I'm in a double R, shit look like a spaceship. Everything is up there. Should have posted my miss.
Welcome back to the Redacted show. I am your host, Feeq or Feeq, with my co-host.
It's your boy Dane in the cut.
Yes, sir. And here on the Redacted show, you know, we talk about Marvel movies, comics, DC Comics, movies, anime, manga, however you want to pronounce it. You know, some people be pronounce it different. They be getting offended.
Yeah,
but
tomato,
fuck 'em.
tomato.
Yeah. Sports, some life tips here and there, but shit. We actually we actually have a few on the last episode.
Yeah.
So we can't say we
tune in on those, and you know you can listen to them gems, but
yeah, the
rest, you know, just take with a grain of salt.
Yeah, take with a grain of salt, like we always say. And today, 2 episodes in 1 week.
Well, we recorded this episode last week on May 9th. And as you can see, we did not upload it, so this statement Feeq said was in fact a lie. So we owe y'all 2 episodes in a week soon. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah. This shit crazy. It's crazy. We had to do it because if y'all don't know, our very first episode was about Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, the movie came out. We made it to the movie. Yes, you know, 2022 didn't take us out yet, so we made it to the movie.
Nah, we did. Made it to it.
And that's the topic for today. So
yes, sir. Like Feeq said, you started this show, goddamn, with talking about Doctor Strange, like the couple trailers, speculations we had, and then since then, I know other, I guess, content creators have made their stuff, but you know, Feeq didn't want to be, I guess, quote unquote, spoiled by any spoiler, so that's why we haven't really been talking about it until we saw the movie. And we saw it during the time of recording this episode.
Yeah, we saw it opening day. That Thursday.
That night.
At 11 p.m. pretty much. Ooh, we didn't get out the movie till about 1:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get back home till like 2, and I had to wake up like 4 hours later to go to work.
No, same. I got home. Bro, I went to Whataburger, got some food. I went home. I said, damn, it's really like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I said, I got to be up in like 4 hours.
And was running on sleep, but it was worth it.
Definitely was worth it.
That movie was very good. I guess we can go ahead and get straight into the movie itself and our initial thoughts before we get into, you know, heavy spoilers and Easter eggs that we saw and discuss about. But overall, I really liked the movie. After having a weekend to kind of calm down and tone my, I guess, reaction to it, I give it like a solid 8. This was definitely on the higher end in terms of like Marvel Phase 4 movies. Closer to, I would say, the best one that they made. Well, definitely with Spider-Man No Way Home. I would say it's up there with Shang-Chi. I would say it's interchangeable with second or third in terms of like Marvel Phase 4 movies.
Okay, that's fair.
I think, you know, it kind of sucks almost because I'm pretty sure Thor: Love and Thunder is going to go crazy, but we'll get to that when we make an episode on it. But yeah, overall, this movie was really good. There was a lot of good things that I liked in the movie, and yeah, you're going to hear me talk about it.
Yeah, for me, my initial thoughts after this first watch, I really enjoyed it. It had me sitting on the edge of my seat at times because at first, the very beginning, I was kind of just, you know, chilling, just taking in the information and everything. But then once it got to a certain point in the movie, we'll talk about it later on in this episode, I started sitting up and I was like, at that point, I was at the edge of my seat the entire movie. Yeah. But for me, at least, I think I would, if I had to rank it just off that first watch, I would put it with Spider-Man. Just because with Spider-Man, and we could talk about it at the very end when we want to rank movies. I put it above Shang-Chi. Okay. I felt like it was a little, at least the same with Spider-Man because Spider-Man had the nostalgia, but this one had like it had a different atmosphere for a Marvel movie, at least, that I enjoyed.
Right.
So I like the little spin they did with everything. But yeah, if I had to give it a rank, I'd say like 8.5 to.
Yeah, I give it about an 8.
Yeah, 8.5 to 9. I would say 8.5 on first watch.
Yeah.
Once I watch it again, I can give it a better rank.
Yeah, same here. After, like I said, having a weekend to kind of calm down and, think about it and kind of sit on my emotions about the movie. Yeah, I would say, about 8.5 at the highest. Because it was still, you kind of see it was still a Marvel movie, but the way that they directed it, shout out to Sam Raimi, it definitely felt different. They definitely tried to mask it to make it seem like it was different. Mm-hmm. And it was. It worked in some ways, but it was still a Marvel movie at its core, in terms of like the Marvel formula, how things work. And I mean, shit, it's been working for them for this long.
Yeah, shit.
They've had very few bad ones.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. At this point, just add to it. So that's what they did, really.
Mm-hmm. Then pretty much get into the. So what we're just gonna do is we're gonna give our initial thoughts, kind of go into like each of the, I guess, 4 main characters the movie kind of revolved around. So we'll just go ahead and get started with Doctor Strange. I liked how they did his character arc in the movie, because you kind of tell pretty much the main thing about his character through the movie was trying to move on, and you could tell that he was still kind of just, I guess, getting like kind of
he was stuck.
Yeah, stuck in a rut basically after like the events of Endgame, and even after the events of pretty much after Endgame, and I guess a little bit after Doctor Strange. And there's like different scenes where you can kind of talk like where they kind of reference that. Yeah.
For me, Doctor Strange, I'd like that the one thing they kept asking or doing in the movie. This really isn't a spoiler. Mm-hmm. We're not in the spoiler section yet, but still, is that they kept asking, "Are you happy?"
Yeah,
I felt like that was a good plot line to add into the movie, because it showed how his motivation was throughout the movie.
Yeah,
so it showed it was a little bit more in depth for his character now, because the Doctor Strange movie was good, but then on all these other movies, it hasn't been the focus, so it's nothing else to really add to his character. Yeah, and I liked how they changed it. He didn't seem as, because in Spider-Man, he was like almost nerfed. I don't know how to explain it. It was like he was there, but it was like some of the stuff he did was kind of like questionable with how he actually acts a lot of times.
I mean, yeah, he was there, and like he was definitely, I guess, for lack of a better words, kind of big bro and Spider-Man, just like, bro, you can't be doing all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking with the timeline.
Yeah. No, I get that. I was just saying, like in that movie, it was kind of like when he messed up the spell. It was like, it was like, bro, you're a sorcerer supreme. Why are you fucking this up off a nigga?
Well, I actually have like a theory for that, and it kind of ties into Loki, which is why I think the spell didn't work. But
but that's the point I was just making. But yeah,
I hear you. I like how they tied it up at the end until they did that plot twist, which was crazy. We'll get to that. But moving on from Doctor Strange to my nigga Wong. Man, shout out to that nigga Wong, man.
That boy Wong.
I was firmly convinced he was gonna die in this movie.
No, I
thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
Especially that one scene where he was hanging off the cliff in the trailer.
Yeah, no, I definitely. Even when we did the multiverse, the first episode, and then we did the second episode about the movie, our first 2 episodes. Even I was like, look, Wong is gonna die solely on the fact that he's a fan favorite. Mm-hmm. It's like he's good for the plot, but he's not like the point where you need, like, it's not like every movie needs him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like he's a favorite, but he's not a necessity.
Yeah, he's just kind of there, and this is like the one thing I don't like about Wong is in Marvel in general is like, okay, like, why is he still Sorcerer Supreme? Like, we get it was a joke. I mean, I understand why, but it's like, he's clearly not on the level of Doctor Strange. I mean, I get it. Like, they're trying to, I think what Marvel is doing for Doctor Strange is similar to what they're doing for Peter Parker Spider-Man having like a basically 3-movie origin story to build up to like a powerful Doctor Strange where he pretty much knows everything like he does in the comics. You know, this Doctor Strange, he's still kind of learning.
Yeah, he's still learning
power.
stuff.
But I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, it was funny in No Way Home. Come on, man. Just give the title back. It was fun while it lasted.
Nigga said, give me your ring.
Yeah, basically, give me a sling ring, nigga. Give me a sling ring.
Nah, but yeah, for me, Wong, I enjoyed it in the movie. He was just that comedic relief. Beyond that, I mean, he was there. I mean, it's not like to me, it wasn't like
no character. Honestly,
he wasn't like he was a big point in the movie, but he wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, he wasn't like that. You're essential to everything,
right?
Person,
and I don't think he should be.
Nah,
if I'm being honest, I don't care if that nigga Sorcerer Supreme or not.
That's crazy. You don't fuck with him like that?
I mean, this is like, why is he still Sorcerer Supreme?
Nah, I get you.
But that's one of my only gripes about the movie. From that to, I guess, next to Wanda or the Scarlet Witch, I actually like how they did her character arc. She seemed more of a main character than god dang Doctor Strange at some points. And I like how they did her like anti-villain Wanda, and she was ruthless. Like you could tell she was, and because pretty much the point of Wanda was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to see my damn kids. And I like how it was a smooth transition to WandaVision. Like, so if you saw it, then you're like, okay, this is basically WandaVision.
This is at the very end of WandaVision, pretty much, or
WandaVision 2.0.
Maybe a few weeks
and
later
and if
or
you
something.
didn't see it, then it wasn't like, oh, okay, like the movie. I think the movie helped enough to where you didn't have to see WandaVision to
appreciate it.
Yeah, to appreciate it and to understand what was going on. Like, they did a good enough job to where, like, okay, this crazy bitch is trying to get her kids through a whole nother earth or world, and yeah, like you didn't seem like you were missing anything. It really only just added to if you watched WandaVision, and like other shows, but
yeah, I like the way they depicted her because I liked how it was seamless. How do I explain it? Seamless madness from going from WandaVision into this one, like you said. But she was crazy. But at the same time, I felt like it was like at the point she was like past the breaking point of like a mental breaking point, because it's like she seen her husband die in like was it Endgame? Not Endgame.
It was Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War. Yeah,
she saw everybody die. She saw her parents die. Her like her boyfriend died. Vision.
Yeah, she saw Vision die. Then she saw Vision die again. And then she saw her kids die. And then it's
metaphorically.
Like, it's like at that point, how sane would anybody be after seeing all that shit back to back to back to back to back?
So it's like you almost feel for her.
Yeah.
But it's like
you feel. I felt a little bad for her.
I mean, I did too.
But some of the stuff she did, I was like, Wanda,
I can't get down with that, buddy.
I can't support you.
Not gonna be able to do it.
I can't get sturdy. Can't get sturdy with you. No,
I don't think you had the facilities for that, big man.
Yeah, but I could see how I like that point they played, but they did it in a sense of where the regular. I won't say the regular person. Some people, when they watch the movie, they won't be thinking about that. So they'll be like, "Oh no, she's just a straight up villain."
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. But if you know like all this stuff that's going on, or if you think about it at least, you're gonna be like, "Damn, I kind of see why you're like this." So I kind of like that point.
Yeah, I also like how they kind of had like how they did her with like the Darkhold and like pretty much how. Well, really, all the characters, I guess, outside of America Chavez were at their like peak in terms of power. So I like how they did that and didn't really kind of let them go crazy with their powers, especially towards the end.
Yeah,
in certain scenes. But yeah, so from Wanda,
we have
DW.
we have America Chavez.
Yes, I like how they did her character. I think they could have did a little bit more. That probably would have made the movie a little bit longer. But I mean,
like, what would you want? Like more origin type stuff?
A little bit more origin. She definitely, like, I kind of already knew going in she was gonna be the plot device / MacGuffin of the movie.
Yeah,
but
we had talked. Yeah, that you had brought that point up on the first episode.
She, like, obviously she's the one that can willingly control the multiverse, and they also like how they kind of established that she is a true Nexus being, with meaning like there's only one of her across the multiverse. Yeah, and how they talked about that, because initially we thought that was Wanda, but you know there's Wandas all over the universe. It's just that this one is obviously they're each variants. But back to America Chavez, I like how they did her character. It was kind of certain things that were just like, okay, yeah, she's just kind of there. I'm not gonna lie, they definitely did some anime power of friendship type shit when they were just like,
oh, the very end.
And I'm like, come on now.
Hey, that's the one point where I kind of frowned. I said, I said, okay.
I'm like, all right, I guess we can do that.
I said, I'm not mad at it, but it was a little.
Shout out to Disney for sticking their foot in everything.
Yeah. For me, I felt like her character was good, but yeah, I would have wanted a little bit more backstory. But I feel like once they go forward in the movies, they can add more stuff with it. But only thing that felt weird about the movie, well, I'll talk about that after I.
One thing that felt weird was just like, I don't know if you gonna talk about, like, they brought up her parents one time and then never again until like the very end. It was just like, oh shit. Like, you almost forget she has parents. Yeah. And then they do that. It's like, I mean, are they gonna find them? Like,
yeah, that was
are they dead?
Yeah, that was kind of like, I felt like that was a little thrown in, but yeah, for America Chavez character, just for me to wrap that part up, yeah, I really liked her character. The actress that was playing her, I feel like she did a good job.
No, she did her thing.
Yeah, but but now that we've got out the way of the initial thoughts of the movie, and our thoughts on the 4 main characters that we looked at, we're gonna start going to the spoiler section. So we're just gonna be talking about different big scenes in the movie. It won't be like us going through the entire movie like step by step, but it's big scenes in the movie, our thoughts on everything like that. You already know how we do it.
Yeah, so from this point on,
if you haven't watched the movie,
get out.
Get the fuck out my house.
All right, so if you're still here, then I don't know what to tell you. But so when everybody dies, no, fuck. So just from like, I like how they did the wedding scene. I kind of guessed. Well, I didn't know, like, when I saw it in the trailer when they did the wedding scene at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, that's one. Oh, keep going. As soon as you get done with that, I want to say something.
I was just saying, I like how they did that, and you can kind of see how he was still like kind of,
he was still stuck on
like, damn, like, this bitch married a nigga, bro.
I didn't expect it.
And that nigga is a whole like Doctor Strange fanboy.
He a fan.
Fanboy. He's like, bruh, shoot. Imagine that nigga going to fucking Carmitage, be like, can I learn from you? He's like,
hell no.
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 But I like how they did that, and then like how they did that's when he started the reoccurring, I guess, question of like, are you happy?
Yeah, that was like the first one.
And he pretty much lied. Was like, yeah. When obviously you could tell he wasn't, and it just became more prevalent as
the movie started going on,
like seeing the other variant
of himself, or hearing about the variants of himself.
Well, I was saying like the other variant of Christine.
Oh, true. Yeah. That
was a big thing.
Yeah, for me, quick disclaimer. So for this movie, I only watched the first 2 trailers. So when we did the first two episodes, I only watched those 2 trailers. I didn't watch any other trailers throughout the rest of this time. Like they would pop up on my timeline or on YouTube, and I'd immediately go away from them, because for this movie, I just knew Marvel was gonna put a lot of info out, so just to keep grabbing people's attention. So I was just like, this time I'm not gonna watch no other trailers. So I'm just completely shocked with everything. But besides the point, one thing that I was gonna say about America Chavez earlier that felt weird. This was like one of the few parts of the movie that felt weird, was the very beginning.
Oh, when they were running from that
Yeah.
that monster, and it was Defender
Yeah.
Strange and them going to the Vishanti book.
I don't know why it just felt like that hoe was like. I know the effect was supposed to feel like you're thrown into the movie, but I felt like I was too thrown into the movie. I felt like I don't like because it popped up and they were just like run. I was like, fuck, nigga, I can't even. I was like, I didn't even see the screen yet. I don't know, like that just felt to me, at least watching it, that little small section like of them running at the beginning. Once they got through the port and all that, it felt fine. But that little small section of just like randomness happening, I was like, this.
Yeah, that was one of those scenes where, like, let's say you come in a little late because you getting popcorn.
You wouldn't know.
That was an important scene you may have missed. Like, usually they kind of build up to that, but that was low key an important scene because I was like, you come in and then you see this random ass zombie. Like, where did he come from? Oh, yeah, he died. Like, how did he? When did he die? He was in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and he was out taking
some popcorn
or going to the bathroom.
Yeah, so that was the only part of that
came
movie.
Out,
really
running. Literally, initially, like watching that trailer, I thought it was gonna be that character was gonna be like a play on the character Sidorak because
of like the bands.
Yeah, but obviously. I think it was another trailer that showed like the runes on the character. So obviously you could see that it was being controlled, and later on we find out that monster was controlled by Wanda.
Yeah.
And that, so I mean, I like the scene, but like you said, it was like a lot. It went from like 0 to 100 real fast in like 5 minutes. Then you get the wedding scene, and then you get the Shumagorath, or I guess Gargantos character.
Yeah. Goddamn starfish.
That scene was kind of weird too. I'm like, okay.
What? Oh, Garganto appearing?
Yeah.
When he appeared, the only thing that was weird was he was invisible.
I guess remember, I guess that may be how they explain the stuff with like Moon Knight. Because you may have to be on like a certain level of, I guess, magical awareness.
I thought with Moon Knight, his stuff, I thought they were like this because they're on a different, they're on like a not astral plane, but they're on a different plane, those beings.
Yeah, same with them monsters.
But those are like, is Moon Knight magic? Am I tripping?
So in the comics, he does fight like mystical monsters like werewolves, vampires, and all them other things of that nature, but I mean, you can kind of play that with the Wanda character, like with these monsters. You can just say they all came from the same dimension, and unless you got some heightened level of magic, mystic magic, or
you can't see them,
or cosmic awareness.
Yeah. Okay,
you can't see them.
I can roll with that. I wasn't thinking about that at the time, so
yeah.
I guess we'll add that in to say it makes sense.
I mean, whatever explanation they have for Moon Knight, I'm pretty sure they're gonna apply it for
probably the same or similar
movie.
At least.
But that scene was good. That's when we first see America Chavez in the 616 universe, which they also confirm is this universe. Because I know, like the Marvel 616 universe was like the Marvel Comics universe.
Yeah,
and
like
in the
main
comics,
one.
They have like there's like a Easter egg or like a universe for the MCU. It was like Earth 199999 something, but they just confirmed the MCU is 616. So there's that. Then after that fight, fast forward to them talking about.
They were saying Wong showed up and he was like, it's runes. They were like, who can control runes or magic? And then they took America Chavez back to Kamartaj, and that's when Doctor Strange pulled up on Wanda.
Mm-hmm. But before that's when they met in the in that scene in that pizza restaurant. It was kind of funny when the dude was like, "Can I get your autograph?" Yeah. And then I guess for the viewers, so if they were kind of confused on like why Doctor Strange and them still knew Spider-Man, so at the end of No Way Home, when he cast that spell, the spell made everybody forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. It didn't make people forget that Spider-Man exists.
Yeah,
they still know. He still remembers.
They know
what
there's
happens.
a Spider-Man. They just don't know who what his secret identity is.
Yeah, he just remembers some random niggas fighting some random multiversal beings. Mm-hmm. He doesn't remember them actually being Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So for anyone who had questions about that, because I know Jason, he said one of his friends had a question about that too, and he was kind of confused by that too. But so I was like, well, dang, if that may some people may have some questions about that too, so just wanted to make that known.
Yeah, they know Spider-Man exists,
right? Just
not that it's Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm. So that's our first reference to that. Like, I guess the events of No Way Home, and that was kind of funny when America Chavez was like,
does he shoot web out his butt? No, I was like, what?
I guess that was like an Easter egg to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, because he has organic webs, and the rest of the Spider-Man have like artificial web shooters. Mm-hmm. And it was another Easter egg. I guess like the previous director for the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I think it was like James Cameron. He initially wanted to add a scene where like Peter Parker had like a wet dream, and you know what usually happens.
Oh, shit.
Had that instead of that, like the usual.
It would have been web everywhere.
Yeah. And they were like, nah, we're not doing that.
They would have been like, this movie will sell nothing.
Yeah. So I guess that was Marvel kind of making an Easter egg to that. And so fast forward, we see Wanda and Doctor Strange meet.
Yeah. And this scene, this is when I had tapped you. So in this scene, Doctor Strange, he pulls up on Wanda because he's saying like, we see these these mythical beings. What?
See these nuts.
Man, shut the hell up. Just lost my train of thought, nigga.
Talking about the trees.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. The apples. Nah, but he pulled up on her. They were talking about the trees. I can't even fucking speak anymore. and then he was talking about the rooms and everything. Appearing on these creatures, and he was like, "We got a multiversal being that appeared that says she can travel through the multiverse." And then Wanda, dumbass, she said, maybe I should go see America. She just said
something like, I think I should see America to maybe she can help me.
Yeah. She was like, maybe America can help me with this, or maybe or where are y'all holding America? Yeah. And soon as she said that, I had tapped Dana. I was like, this nigga Doctor Strange never said her name.
And I was as soon as Feeq said it, I realized, I was like, no, he didn't.
Yeah, and then
if Feeq, I'm not gonna lie, if you didn't say that would have slipped over my head.
Yeah, I said like, that shit so fast, and then Doctor Strange was like, Doctor Strange on cue. That nigga said, I didn't say her name.
Yeah,
and then Wanda said, damn, you got me, huh?
Yeah, and then that's when she released the hex, and they were in a sunken place. It looked like it, but the reason why, so that was actually the place after WandaVision. That's what the place where Wanda went to study the Darkhold, and because the place she was at looked like that, that's due to her studying the Darkhold and kind of like not only corrupting her but corrupting everything around her. So like, if she was studying that shit in fucking New York City by the Sanctum, then New York City would be looking something like that.
Yeah, or at least part of it, at least.
Yeah, part of it. So that's why it was looking like that, and she put the hex up to kind of hide the fact that you know,
it was almost
fucked up.
Yeah, it was almost like her mental state. She was trying to mask. I liked how they did that. It's like she's masking like what's going on. She's
masking
hiding
her hate,
masking the pain. She should have been listening to some Future. She feel better. No, but
she was on that hot girl shit for real.
But then so yeah, pretty much that happened. And then is that when she told Doctor Strange, "Give me America"?
Yeah, that's when she was basically like, the previous monsters, because that's when we realized she was the one sending these creatures after Chavez, because she already knew that she existed, and she was like, you know what, because she was basically like, I could have just pulled up on her and not slattered, but I took her power of my damn self. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have my goons go after him.
She was like, "This is
I'm
me
really being nice."
She was like, "This is me being fair," or
she was like something about me showing mercy.
Yeah, bro. When I'm not gonna lie. When she said, I said, "Fuck." I said, "I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all not ready."
I said, "Y'all was struggling with that damn What's the nigga name?
Gargantos
Gargantos earlier.
Basically.
Yeah, Shimagorth. I was like, y'all about to get fucked up.
Yeah, so fast forward to them going to Kamartaj. They blocking off. They're getting ready for Wanda, and even in the trailers, there are some rumors that was probably Wanda pulling up in that black smoke. So that just confirmed it in the movie. Fast forward, we get Wanda pulling up. America Chavez is in Kamartaj, and what was funny was the scene where like them different sanctums came to Kamartaj, like the British, like the London Bridge and some other other place, like Asian sanctum or something.
Yeah, it was somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it was probably the Hong Kong one. But yeah, that was funny.
Oh, and they pulled up and they bowed that Wong, and then and that man was like, "It's custom.
It's Supreme Sorcerer Supreme custom." Like, shut up, man. This is Marvel egging on the fact that Doctor Strange is not Sorcerer Supreme, just making us even more mad.
What do you think about what do you think about the Minotaur? I know he didn't have a lot of scenes. What you thought about him?
I mean, it was a nice Easter egg. So for those who don't know who the Minotaur is in the comics, he was actually like a protege under Doctor Strange, and so he was like the Wong in like the comics of Doctor Strange, like his apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that was a nice little Easter egg. I don't know how he got top billing because he only had like literally less than 15 minutes of fame in the movie, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. So pretty much Wanda pulls up. She just says, "Give me the girl, give me America Chavez, and I'll let y'all live." And then Doctor Strange go up in there and say no. And then shit get active. So
she get active for real.
Them motherfuckers at Kamartaj are so fucking weak, bro. They so fucking weak.
Cause they got Wong ass as Sorcerer Supreme,
bro. When she corrupted the mind of that one dude, So
no, that was a live scene.
Okay, so this scene, I don't know if I don't even want to say what it reminded me of in anime because you haven't got there.
Is this an Attack on Titan?
Yeah. Have you?
Go ahead and say it.
No. Hey, take off the headphones so you can't hear this. Take off the headphones. Close your eyes. Close your ears. Come on, bro. I gotta say this. So when Wanda pulled up, right? When she told that nigga to run, if you've seen Attack on Titan, it goes with a scene from the newest season. You know what scene I'm talking about if you've seen the newest season. But that's the only thing that went through my mind. I was like, nah, this is live as fuck. I said, they definitely took that from that. But nah, that hoe was live. But yeah, so she told niggas to run. And these weak ass niggas running, they fucking up spells. Yeah. And she busts in that bitch and get to killing niggas.
Yeah, slaying everybody. This is, so... like as I'm watching this movie, I'm like, this is a Sam Raimi movie. Like obviously he's even like this is everything just from the camera angles to the fight scenes to the slight horror to the gore.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't super gory because come on now, it's a Disney movie.
Not yet.
Shit. It was like during that scene, I was like, yeah, this is some Sam Raimi shit, and I'm digging it.
Yeah, and that's when we really got to, and that was really when we got to get into the horror of everything. That was like the beginning, because once she gets inside, they put her in the mirror dimension, pretty much, and then her popping up in the different reflections. I said, nah, this is hard.
Yeah, this is hard. And shoot, I'm a sucker for jump scares. Goddamn, they ain't get me though, because I'm a G nigga. You know what I'm saying? But they almost got me on one of them. But the one where what's that nigga name?
Wong?
No, when the old dude got his neck snapped.
Oh, later on in the movie? Yeah, no, that was wild. I saw that. I said, ooh.
Yeah.
Nah, but at this point, they're still chasing her. What?
Yeah, they're still chasing. Well, they're in like a little room, and then they're chasing America Chavez. They're chasing Doctor Strange and America Chavez, and then she basically pulls up out of the water.
Her body cracks and breaks out the water. And
that was like, this is some Exorcist type shit.
That was definitely Exorcist. That's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, Exorcist. That's what it was.
I was like, this is a scene from the Exorcist.
Her body was like contorted and
twisted.
Hereditary. I said, damn, bitch.
Yeah, I was like,
Get a chiropractor.
Crazy. You know, we got your back like chiropractic. But then after that is when Wanda is about to basically kill America Chavez, and then this is when she activates her powers again.
Yeah, then they get sent through
the multiverse, and then we get basically a little like minute and a half time length of them traveling through different universes,
and we're able to see who it was not the one above all,
the Living Tribunal.
The Living Tribunal. Yeah, that was like the first portal they went to. So
we
know the Living Tribunal was here.
It was another one. It was a paint one. It was a
cartoon
one that looks similar to like the What If universe, but I mean the What If is the multiverse. So
yeah, they went through one where they were like not paper, but they were cut up in like blocks or something.
Yeah, blocks. There was another one where it was like in some like Jurassic Park-esque type thing, but I think that was an Easter egg for like the Savage Lands.
I was about to say that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
There was another one where they were like in some like steamboat style, like 1930 black and white universe. There was another one that looked like Nueva New York, like with 2099 Spider-Man, like that futuristic like Blade Runner one.
Yeah.
It was another futuristic one, but it looked a lot cleaner, like on some, not Tron, but
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that one, and then just a bunch more, and then we finally get to the 838 universe, also known as, I guess, the Illuminati universe.
So once they get there, pretty much they go through the town. They figure America just explains the rules of the multiverse to Doctor Strange, saying do as everybody else does. Just assume you know nothing, and always find pizza.
Yeah, which is a slight decut from the comics because America Chavez loves pizza. So I thought that was very cool. And we also get a cameo scene. I guess our first one with what's that nigga name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was in the Evil Dead movies as Ash, and he's basically in he almost makes cameo scene in like every Sam Raimi
his name
movie because he was in
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell.
Yeah,
he was in the Doctor Strange. Not Doctor Strange. He was in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies when Sam Raimi directed those as different Easter eggs, and he was supposed to be in the fourth one. He was supposed to be Mysterio if they made a fourth Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire in it, but never got made. So that was just an Easter egg for that. And I thought it was funny when he had his hand attacking him.
Yeah.
And he was like, this ain't gonna stop for about a few weeks.
Yeah,
which was a Easter egg from one of the Evil Dead movies when his hand went rogue and started attacking him, and then he had to cut it off, which is how he got his chainsaw hand. So
true.
But yeah, I thought that was very cool too. Then they go to like some memory station, and that's where we get our little, I guess, look at America Chavez's backstory. I didn't know how they were gonna do her backstory. I honestly didn't think they were gonna talk about it at all, but I mean they did, and it was one of those things where it was like, yeah, here's what happened. And
let's keep it moving.
Keep it Keep
it was very brief. It was like 40 seconds max. Yeah. It may have been longer, but it felt a little shorter.
Yeah. So there's that, and then we also kind of go back to another scene with Doctor Strange with Christine Palmer, like when they were young, and that's when she gives him
the watch.
Which is also kind of another plot device later on in the movie, if you want to call it that. Because they do, I guess, kind of go back to it later on.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then so it just goes back to, obviously going back to if Doctor Strange is happy or not, obviously not being able to get over the fact that Christine's moved on because Doctor Strange was snapped for 5 years.
5 years.
During that time, that's when he found she got that jungle fever. You know what I'm saying?
I almost spat out my water. Yeah, so after that they go to a memorial, pretty much saying in memory of Doctor Strange, the strongest Avenger. I thought that was interesting because in Endgame, I keep saying, yeah, in Endgame, when Thanos was fighting Iron Man and he stabbed him, he was like, he pretty much was like, I hope the people on Earth remember you and build a statue for you. So I like that. I like that twist on it where if since Doctor Strange in this universe died, they built a. We don't know how he died yet, but so we're assuming Thanos killed him.
Yeah,
right for right now. But
assuming, and then this is when we meet Baron Mordo from this universe. So when they initially showed Baron Mordo,
I thought it was 616.
I thought it was to. Well, I had a couple ideas. I thought it was going to be him because initially I was thinking like maybe they're going to open it up with him, like them chasing him, and then they go to this scene of them in Illuminati. And then I had another idea, which I guess was half right. I'm thinking like maybe this is a Doctor Strange variant, but instead of him being Baron Mordo, his name is actually Stephen Strange. He's a Sorcerer Supreme of this universe.
Yeah,
but his name is actually Stephen Strange. He just looked like Baron Mordo, and I guess I was half right. Because in that universe, he ended up becoming Sorcerer Supreme because Doctor Strange died.
Yeah.
From when they thought Thanos during their, I guess, Infinity War saga. Mm-hmm. So that happened. We meet Baron Mordo. Baron Mordo takes him in their house takes him in his sanctum.
Yeah, and then he drugs him. Yeah. Yeah, that shit was. That shit, I didn't expect them to get drugged. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were just gonna. I thought something else was gonna happen. I thought they were just gonna pull up, like put the cuffs on.
Yeah.
When they and the camera angle for them getting drugged was wild.
Yeah, that was wild. That was like,
very different.
Whoa.
That was very different from what I'm used to in movies. Mm-hmm. So I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
So
that was very interesting. And then when Baron Mordo was like, when he did, I was like, damn, are all Baron Mordos assholes to Doctor Strange?
I was like, all them hate him.
All them hate him for real.
That's the loop.
So yeah.
That's the loop for them.
So they go to the Illuminati base.
Yeah. And then
they're in cages.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Strange is, in a cage. And then this is when we meet the variant Christine Palmer. We see the Ultron bots, which I kind of have a theory for that. Because they do, like, obviously you see the Ultron bots and you think like, oh, Iron Man got to be here somewhere. So I'm thinking like, my idea was Iron Man, like in that universe, he came up with the Ultron idea, but someone else kind of perfected it because he's smarter than him. The dude in that universe.
Yeah. So
that was my idea on that. And then maybe this Iron Man died in the in this universe or somewhere. I don't know. But so we meet him and then they're talking whatever. And then Christine brings up, oh yeah, I've been the lead scientist in the Baxter Association for I don't know how and as soon as he said Baxter,
we both
bells started going off in my head. I'm like, Baxter Association.
Nigga, we both set up
Fantastic
and said
Four?
we both set up if y'all seen us in the movie, we both set up and said Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I had to lean in real quick. I was like, what?
Yeah, so
he said, I was like, yes, sir, we getting Reed Richards.
Yeah, so she said that, and then pretty much they put the cuffs on Doctor Strange, and then the Ultron bots take him to a room, and so in the room we finally see who the Illuminati is.
Right.
And so the Illuminati lineup, I'm not gonna lie, I started yelling in the theater. I ain't give a fuck. They show first. They show Captain Carter. Which
I
still think she should not be on that hoe, but as we keep going,
was in that universe. I don't think that was the Captain Carter from What If. I think it was just a play on her because obviously the one in What If is still alive. It's just in that universe, she basically went through the Captain Carter.
Yeah,
became First Avenger.
Nah, I get all that. Nah, they showed her. Did they show?
They showed her.
Did they show Captain Marvel next?
They showed Black Bolt.
They showed Black Bolt. Yeah, when they showed
Black Bolt, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, when they showed Black Bolt, I said, let's fucking go.
Like, okay.
I was hyped.
In a more comic book accurate but very bad CG outfit.
Yeah, I Black Bolt's one of my favorite comic book characters. Even though that nigga don't talk, rarely, that nigga's still one of my favorite characters.
The real gangsta ass niggas don't talk much.
Yeah. Move in silence.
If you know, you know. But
Yeah,
So after they show Black Bolt, they show Captain Marvel,
yeah,
which is the Maria Rambeau. So in that universe, basically instead of Carol Danvers being in that plane, when she got powers,
Maria Rambeau does it,
and then
they finally showed
the last one.
They showed a nigga.
They knew exactly what they were doing. I guess second to last, but they knew exactly what they were doing.
They showed that nigga
Jim. So John Krasinski as Reed Richards, basically paying off. This is basically Marvel saying we see the fan castings, and we got you. So in my opinion, I think this was Marvel's way of kind of like confirming that he'll be playing Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie. Now,
I mean, you think they're gonna recast him?
I don't think so.
No, they're not.
Which kind of sucked later on when they pretty much all died in like 5 minutes. But
no, they showed that nigga. They showed that nigga Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I was about to stand up out my fucking
like,
seat.
Yo,
I said, "It's Jim, nigga."
The only thing that I didn't like was his suit was bad. That was very bad CG. But I didn't like how his suit looked, in my opinion.
And then they showed a bitch ass Mordo.
Baron Mordo as the Sorcerer Supreme.
Then they showed my nigga in the chair.
Yeah. Shout out to my nigga in the chair. Call her, you know what I'm saying?
They showed, shut the hell up. I gotta edit that bitch out, man. You just make my life so fucking hard, bro. If y'all don't know, I'm no nigga that edit this shit. This shit tyrant. Fuck this nigga Dana.
But shout out to my nigga Charles Xavier, Professor X, which we all pretty much knew was gonna be in the movie from the trailers. But
we didn't know which version of the old one he was gonna be.
Yeah, so pretty much this Charles Xavier is a version of the Professor X from the X-Men animated series comic books. He literally had the same costume from the show, down to the yellow wheelchair to the green suit to the striped tie. Goddamn, to the striped tie.
That boy said, y'all want comic book accurate? I got you.
But yeah, they pretty much did a play on that, and so as that's happening, as basically this Doctor Strange being put on trial, we get a cutscene from Wanda, basically taking over the mind of the Wanda in that 838 universe, and they call it dream walking, which basically where the conscious of another being is taking over the consciousness of the other being in across another Earth.
Yeah, it's how a variant it's pretty much a variant can take over another variant of itself.
Right.
So, and that was what was held in the Darkhold, because at this point, Wong took her to the castle, right?
Yes, but no, this was so she started doing
before.
This before.
Yes.
They were in Comatage.
Yeah,
and then
old girl said, I can do this myself. That scene was dumb. She just went in there, she stabbed the book, the Darkhold, and pretty much it exploded. Then she got slatted. She got burnt alive.
Yeah.
And then Wanda pretty much told Wong, no. She pretty much was like, I need another way to contact or do this. And Wong was like, there's no other way. And then she was about to kill some more people. And then Wong was like, okay, the Darkhold, he pretty much told her that version of the Darkhold's a fake and it's a real version. So they go to this castle that's far out. I forgot the name of the spot.
Mount Wendigo?
It's
Mount Wendigo. Wendigo. No, I'm playing. But it was Mount Wendigo, which is where kind of Easter egg from the comics where Chthon went and made the Darkhold, and the reason why that's important is because the mountain pretty much had the text of the Darkhold all over the walls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so once they pull up, she pretty much sees that it's the Darkhold. These creatures spawn in. I don't know, fucking demons, but they look like beetles. But but pretty much she sees it's a big
I guess you could call them the Beatles. It was 4 of them.
Yeah, I was about to say that. She sees this statue or engraving of the Scarlet Witch, and she was like, "Oh, this is a castle, pretty much."
Yeah.
And that's when she learned. That's when she does pretty much the rest. She's there for pretty much the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
until
rest
the
of the
end.
movie.
But so she goes back into that variant of Wanda, and then she takes off and starts heading to the Illuminati base.
Yeah.
And then while all this is going on, the Illuminati, they talking. They pretty
and
much.
even before that, remember she looked at the camera and was like, "Yeah, I'm about to fuck." She basically was like, "Yeah, I'm about to fuck some shit up." And just left. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, and then so when she's on the way, the Illuminati is explaining how Doctor Strange in their universe died.
Mm-hmm.
So they pretty much killed Thanos in their universe,
Right.
but then he used the Darkhold, correct?
Yeah, because he was dream walking too.
Yeah, he was dream walking to try to find a way to win.
Yeah.
But then he ended up using the Darkhold.
Yeah.
So they killed Thanos, but then they told him, "You're corrupted, so we have to kill you."
Yeah, because he was starting to get corrupted because they were using the dark. They went to Doctor Strange went to the Darkhold to try to beat Thanos because he was dream walking doing that, and then they eventually used the Book of Ashanti, which they end up showing later on in the movie, to kill Thanos. But then this Doctor Strange is already too far gone. So the Illuminati was like, "Yeah, you gotta go, dog."
Yeah, so they had that nigga Black Bolt say, what did that nigga say? "I'm sorry."
Yeah,
Just
he
imagine
getting killed from
a nigga said, "I'm sorry," and you got hit by a sonic boom from hell. That nigga got disintegrated.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then then that's when Mordo pretty much tells Doctor Strange, he was like, "We've came to the conclusion that the most dangerous person in all of the multiverse is you, Doctor
Yeah.
Strange." He was just pretty much saying every variant of you is fuck shit up.
yeah.
And it's kind of true.
Kind of. I mean, yeah, you see that after this scene, but yeah. So after that, this is when Wanda's kind of making it through. So
She's slatting them Ultron bots.
Ultron bots up, cutting them up, and this is when the Illuminati gets notified, and then
Yeah.
they pretty much go and stop her.
Yeah, and
they
this
did
this sequence. So
little. to
this
nothing.
sequence, I'll say this. I think this is the closest we're gonna get to a rated R Marvel movie, unless they do something crazy with like Blade or do something crazy with the darker type heroes.
Yeah, unless they do like some dark Midnight Suns type shit.
Where like they probably would have to have them fight vampires and other creatures to actually get this gory.
Yeah.
But nah, so they pull up. The funniest thing was when they pulled up, Reed Richards was like, when he was talking to Wanda, he was like, "I know how you feel. I have kids of my own."
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, that just confirmed.
That confirmed that they got a Franklin Richards. That basically just confirmed Franklin Richards and Viola Richards.
And for people that don't know anything about Franklin Richards, Franklin can pretty much, I don't forget which comic book running was it, but he pretty much reset the entire Marvel universe.
Yeah,
because he in one of the comic book run, he's controlled everything in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
that powerful.
Yeah, he's a high level being to say the least. So I doubt they'll have him that strong in MCU if they keep him in the Fantastic Four, but
unless they do kid version, obviously. But
yeah, I mean, even when he was a kid, he reset that hoe.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like, just I have enough faith for
child
Marvel.
version.
I have enough faith in Marvel to know what they're doing. If they do Franklin Richards, which there's no way you don't do that if you're building up to what you're building up. But yeah, so they pretty much confirmed that, and I'm pretty sure you were gonna get in the scene.
Yeah. So after that, after that, he says that, then Wanda just says like, she pretty much like, "I don't give a fuck about your kids, nigga. This is about mine." Yeah. And then that's when this nigga, Mr. Fantastic Four says, "We have Black Bolt. He can send out sonic boom." And this dumb ass nigga Black Bolt does that crusty ass smile, that crusty ass grin. I said, bro, if you don't just yell in this bitch face, why you grinning? This nigga Doctor Strange already told y'all she gonna slat y'all.
Yeah, he didn't believe her because they were like, I mean, we have Wandas on here. We can deal with her.
Yeah, this nigga said this is not your average Wanda, nigga. This is Scarlet Witch on steroids. Yeah. But he do that grin, and then Wanda says, "With what mouth?" And that nigga mouth disappeared. I said, "Ain't no fucking." I said, "Ain't no way, boy."
As soon as I saw that, I immediately thought of that scene from The Matrix. Remember when Neo was getting interrogated by Agent Smith?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I got to go to the authorities." And Agent Smith was like, "I don't know how you can do that with no mouth." And then that's when Neo just started tripping because he ain't had no mouth, and then they probed him. And yeah, that's what that scene reminded me of. And then that's when the shit hit the fan.
Yeah, after that nigga Black Bolt, like, he yelled, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then that nigga head blew up. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that to happen.
blow. And they showed the blood. I said, hey, yo.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Nigga, I was
We going that deep?
I said, nigga, is this PG-13 or rated R? They showed that happen, and then Doctor Strange. I mean, not Doctor Strange.
PG-18, goddamn.
Reed Richards, dumbass. You just seen how he erased a nigga mouth and made his head explode.
Right.
You gonna reach your stretchy arm out, nigga? You silly string, and she turned that nigga into silly. She turned that nigga
turned him into string cheese.
She turned that nigga into confetti, nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga got a Twizzler. That's what he got turned into.
Yeah.
No, that was
kind of went outside. Not gonna lie, but then that's when everybody was like, "Oh shit!" So then you pretty much got the two strongest Avengers or Illuminati members, and Captain Marvel and Captain Carter trying to box, and they doing they thing, whatever.
Yeah,
and then
that's when when I tell you Wanda fucked Captain Carter up, nigga, she said fatality.
I don't know how she was gonna die, but I didn't think she was gonna get cut in half and then have the blood from the shield dripping down. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
she going that deep.
And then fucking Captain Marvel, she got crushed. That's the only one I was like, I said, was it that heavy? But yeah, so they get slatted, and then I'm trying to think. She pretty much starts pulling up on America. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Professor X, that's when he pulls up, right?
Yeah, that's when she finds America Chavez and is about to take her power, and then before she does that, Professor X pulls up and is trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho and do that.
Yeah, so he goes into her mind, and then he sees the rubble. So from when they were kids, they were trapped in the rubble. They said it on not Civil War, fucking
no, I think that was supposed to be like a callback to when she was when her house got hit with that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I couldn't remember what movie it was when they talked about it, but yeah, regardless of what fucking movie it was, when they talked about it, she was like her and her brother. Mm-hmm. They were in the rubble. Then it was a bomb in front of them, and it was a Stark Tech bomb. That was just a callback to that. But she sees a hand of the variant one, and she's like, help, and he's like, oh, give me your hand, I'll help you out. And then you see this red smoke. There's a red ass, that hoe is red
bright
red
like
smoke,
red,
pull up
in this white ass room.
Yeah,
think about it, this white ass room,
the whole
and this
scene
red
is white
ass smoke.
And then you see it was like Wanda, but it was like if she was on the dark hole for like 30 years, because her eyes were black as her hands was completely black. She had long ass nails, and she snapped that nigga Professor X's neck. I said, ooh,
yeah, I was like, wow.
And then that
they went in.
Yeah, that shit was. Them niggas got done. Mm-hmm. They got packed up.
Now, even though they did die in like 15 minutes, I don't think that means we'll never see them again. Obviously, because there'll be different variants.
Yeah,
especially later on in these like new multiverse / Avengers level movies. So this ain't gonna be the last time we see them. But yeah, that scene was crazy. And then even like the chase down scene when they were under in that sewer.
Yeah, no, that scene was done good.
I was like, yeah, everything about that scene was just like Sam Raimi. I don't think that was like any of his like best work, but they definitely do that Illuminati scene. They're like, yeah, we got the green light from Mickey Mouse. You got about 15 minutes.
They say go crazy.
Go as crazy as you possibly can, but not too crazy. Because if that was too crazy, heads would have been exploding and it would have been a whole lot worse. But yeah, so that happened. Even when she opened up the thing, like from that scene in the one trailer where she opened up the door and like her eyes were red and she was covered in all that oil and blood and shit, just looking like a demon.
I didn't see that trailer.
It was in the trailer. It was in one of the top two.
It probably was. I don't remember.
Well, it was a scene in the movie.
Yeah, I got you. I know the scene. You just said trailer. I was like, I didn't see that in the trailer. I saw it in the movie.
but yeah, no, when that happened,
that scene was live too.
Live. And then they get to some vault where it takes them to the Vishanti, like the Book of the Vishanti, and I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of upset when they used the watch to open. I'm like, come on now, dog.
Yeah.
You couldn't use no cool magic.
That nigga used a whole magic spell, that whole turn, and then went back locked. I said, all right, so you got to like remember something important. Nigga put a watch in there. I said, nigga, I could have bought the watch.
Exactly.
I said, you just need a circle? Nigga.
Now, what if he didn't have the watch?
Exactly.
They'd be fucked.
They would be dead.
Exactly. They'd be slatted. But
yeah, they get the Book of Ashanti. And then after that, they go. Wow, my brain.
Yeah, after the book, well, they go to get the book, but then Wanda pops in there and is basically steals Chavez while also burning the Vishanti book. So now there's no other, and that was the only book out of the whole multiverse. So now there's no more Book of the Vishanti, but that doesn't mean they don't have the Vishanti, which are like 3 gods where that's where Doctor Strange derives his power from, the Vishanti. So we may see them in Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm not sure. We may see them in Doctor Strange 3. But the Vishanti are not done. It's just no more Book of the Vishanti, which is like a counter to the Darkhold. So after that, Wanda basically makes America Chavez open a portal and sends 838 Christine and 616 Doctor Strange to. This is when they get sent to the fucked up universe.
Yeah, the dying universe
with the Sinister Strange, and Wanda, and then goes back to the main Marvel universe, and that's when they get busy.
Yeah. So while they're on the while they're in the messed up universe, pretty much they find this other variant of Doctor Strange who used the Darkhold too, but he was like far gone.
Yeah, too far gone, and then it cost them his universe.
Yeah, and then he asked Doctor Strange the same thing. He repeated, pretty much saying that Christine asked him, was he happy? Yeah. And he lied. So it was pretty much showing Doctor Strange, oh, I lie a lot. Or I lie about being, am I happy, a lot. So I like how that was just a reoccurring theme of saying, are you happy?
And then we see how this Doctor Strange has the Darkhold. Because, I mean, at that point, it was like, that's all he got now.
Yeah.
he was stuck to him. So, obviously, this Doctor Strange needs that to, I guess in the sense of like fight fire with fire. So, they're basically going battling back and forth. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I wasn't a fan of that music battle. I was like, this is definitely some.
Oh,
Disney
when they start using that, they use the music notes.
I was like, all right, nigga.
It was all right.
It was funny, but I was just like, all right.
At a part, it felt like it was kind of dragged out too long. It was one part. I was like, all right, you could have changed up the choreography, but it was definitely like that Disney. That was a Disney,
like that one note that basically killed Sinister Strange.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, bro.
Bro, when he got flung out the window,
yeah, I was like, wow.
He got put on a stake.
Nigga got shit kebabbed.
Then he flung his body up. He said,
yeah. Well, his third eye opened.
Yeah, his third eye. Shout out to Tien.
Yeah, so after that, that's when Doctor Strange is like, I mean, he's going to have to, this is when Doctor Strange starts dream walking too. I was about to say moonwalking.
Nigga moonwalking. Nigga multiverse walking.
Shout out to Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But this is when Doctor Strange starts dream walking.
Yeah.
And this is when we get our Marvel Zombies, Doctor Strange, Defender Strange that we see in the trailers.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, those scenes, those are some of the hardest scenes in the movie.
Yeah, they did a good spin on that. Cause I'm not gonna lie, when the Defender Strange first got stabbed at the very beginning of the movie, I thought that was a virus because he saw his leg, his leg started turning black and it looked like zombie virus shit when he got stabbed. So I was like, okay, you buried him at the beginning, he gonna pop up and he gonna
that's what I'm thinking.
I thought he was gonna pop up. I thought
then,
Wanda was gonna put some runes on that nigga, and then he was gonna be working for her.
Crazy, yeah.
But
I was like, damn.
Yeah, but when Doctor Strange was like, when Christine was like, there's no variant of you there because you're here. Then he was like, there's not a live one.
Yeah, he said, who said he got to be alive?
Yeah, and then he started dream walking.
And when he said that, I was like,
yeah, when he did that, yeah, and then that's when the battle between Zombie, Doctor Strange, Wong, and Wanda commences.
While he's trying to fight off the souls of the damned from the Book of the Damned, also known as the Darkhold. But yeah, that whole scene was good. Like, then Wong was there getting his ass whooped, like usual. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to seem like a Wong hater, but it's just like, all right, bro, we get that he's so supreme. I'm gonna need you to get that. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and log off for me. Go ahead and get that. Give me your ring back.
They need to power him up at this point.
He was powered up for the movie.
Nah, that man.
He was just still getting his ass whooped.
They had him using kunai on a magic string. I said, come on, bro. Y'all could have gave him something better than a kunai, but small ass knife. But yeah, they start boxing, and then they as they're fighting, they kind of trap Wanda in with the souls, and then also Wong puts a barrier. But then Wanda, being Wanda and stronger than everybody, she break out that bitch. Yeah, and then that's when she goes up to America Chavez at that point, right? Yeah, and then she goes up to America Chavez and is trying to take her power. But then this is when I think after that something interferes for them to stop. And then that's when we get that Mickey Mouse shit.
That anime power friendship shit. Bro. When he's like, you known how to use your power all along.
Bro, when he did the wink.
Yeah. That was funny.
No, that wink was funny. The Zombie Strange doing the wink. Yeah. But yeah, he gave her the power of friendship. Then she opened a portal.
Now I know. She just magically knew now.
Yeah, she opened a portal, then it showed like hell. So I know it's probably not, but I was like, oh, that might be Mephisto's realm or some shit. But I know it's definitely not. That's just some fire planet.
Don't even feed that in nigga's head right now, boy.
It's Mephisto's realm. Confirmed. I'm confirmed in it right now. Nah, it was not. But yeah. So they showed her in hell, and then shit.
After that, that's when they went to the 838 universe, and then showed Wanda's kids.
Yeah. She opened up the portal, and then the kids were like, "You're not our mom."
Yeah, because she was scaring them.
Yeah, and then it just showed her that you're so far gone that even if you did take kids from another universe that are yours, quote unquote, they won't trust you.
Yeah, but I say they yours, but they not yours.
Yeah. So then that just made her realize, yeah, I gotta pack it up.
Yeah.
And she did pack it up.
But I say she definitely logged off.
Yeah, because after that, she said, "I'm gonna destroy the Darkhold."
Yeah, basically yeeted herself with the cliff.
Yeah, but I didn't see a body, so I don't think she's dead.
No, she's definitely not dead. And then especially after like Elizabeth Olsen signed like some mega deal with Marvel to do more movies. So yeah, she's definitely not dead.
Yeah, so I feel like she put herself in a coma or a fucking protective ball, and she's just sitting there for a minute.
Yeah.
And then that's not the end of the movie, but it's the end of the movie.
I mean, yeah, that wraps up like the character arcs for the most part. We go back to Doctor Strange, who replaces, basically gets the watch that Christine got him fixed. He gets the glass on it fixed, and that kind of symbolizes like
new beginning.
Yeah, turning over a new leaf. And as he's leaving the sanctum, walking around minding his business in similar Sam Raimi fashion,
that nigga
leaves it in a cliffhanger.
That nigga drops to his knees and screams, and then that third eye opens.
Yeah, and then basically confirms that this Doctor Strange is being corrupted by the Darkhold.
And then the movie cuts.
Yeah,
and then the first end credit scene we get is Clea, this being shows up, and she's just like, Doctor Strange, we gotta go. What did she say? We gotta solve something?
Well, she was like, Doctor Strange, she said he caused an incursion.
Oh, yeah. And then she's like, we gotta go fix it. And then she opens up a portal
to the dark
dimension. And for the character, her name is Clea. In the comics, she's pretty much Doctor Strange's main love interest now.
Mm-hmm. While also being she's the niece of Dormammu. So I'm pretty sure that's why she opened up that I don't like how she showed her though. I'm like, cause you getting niggas confused her with some other character. Like, what's that other girl?
Which
one?
A
mutant.
Psylocke?
Yeah, her. because I thought it was her initially because of the blade. That was
Yeah, the
literally
blade
only
was
reason.
purple.
If she didn't have that blade and just opened it, I would have probably thought it was Clea, but they confused me with that. But so yeah, they go to the documentary. I'm assuming this is when they'll probably talk to Dormammu and probably see maybe get some advice on him, make another bargain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get more, or they'll show more of the dark dimension beings because there's a lot of niggas in that hole. Yeah, that they can explore. That would be pretty wild.
Yeah, and then we see Doctor Strange open his third eye. So I'm pretty sure after this time, this is a little like minor time skip because, I mean, he seems pretty okay with the third eye now. So, I think that just symbolizes like this Doctor Strange is growing in power, but as he's growing in power, he may be kind of like losing his humanity metaphorically in a sense while he's gaining more power, being more like omnipotent and all knowing when it comes to the mystic arts. Hashtag make my nigga Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme again. But it's a different discussion for another day. And then we get to the other end credit scene with Bruce Campbell's character, and he's finally stopped punching himself. And then after that, he pretty much speaks to the camera and is like, "It's over." Yeah, he's telling people to get the fuck out the theater. Like, it's over.
I kind of like when Marvel does that for the end credit scenes, like that Captain America one. Mm-hmm. What are you still doing here? Go home.
Oh yeah. I think Deadpool had something like that too. After like Deadpool 1,
I'm trying to remember. They probably did.
It was like the first Deadpool, and then he was in like some robe at like the end, like after the credits.
Yeah.
He was like, "Go home." What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like those end credit scenes. They always make me laugh. Yeah, they're pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much spoilers, Easter eggs. We hope that y'all got to learn more about the characters, some of the small Easter eggs in there, and get more insight on the movie. And now
so obviously, I mean, once they brought up incursions, that pretty much confirmed the next Avengers movie, which will probably be an Avengers Secret Wars type movie, where you're going to be having incursions. So think of it as like these multiverses are clashing into each other. And I mean, if one of these universes win, like they're fighting each other, and if one universe wins, then they stay, and the other one they get destroyed. Mm-hmm. So that's what happens with that. So you're gonna be seeing a whole bunch of type of shit,
a whole bunch of niggas dying.
Yeah,
if they do it. Because in Secret War in the comics, didn't they nuke one of the universes?
Yeah, the Illuminati did. And then they're like, yeah, we can't be doing this. So then that's when and then later on in that's when you get like Battle World, and then you get Battle World, and then God Doom, and it's gonna be a lot.
It's a lot of
whole lot of.
If they do it right, it's gonna be a straight boxing for.
And I'm pretty sure the main villain. I'm pretty sure the main villain for that will be, it's either Kang or Doctor Doom, or they could do both.
Because Kang's gonna be in the Ant-Man movie,
right? He's gonna be in the Ant-Man movie. And they might hint at him in Loki. They're gonna hint at him again in Loki season 2, which I believe is coming out sometime later on this year in 2022. Because we get Ant-Man in 2023, so I'm pretty sure that events of Loki season 2 will tie in heavily with Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah,
and then after that, that's gonna tie in heavily with Avengers 5, like the next Avengers level movie. And then maybe even the same with like the Fantastic Four movie. Recently the director who was supposed to be directing it, John Watts, he has stepped away from the project. So Marvel's still looking for a director right now.
They need to put us on. We'll make that shit cold.
Yeah. Or I've been hearing rumors that it might be John Krasinski now that pretty much, in my opinion, confirmed that John Krasinski was going to be in the movie. So he might act and direct, but we don't know this to be fact. We're just speculating. But so it's gonna be a lot of that. They might even hint at it in Thor well, I don't know about Thor, but maybe in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, because I know I've been hearing rumors that the villain in that movie was supposed to be the High Evolutionary, which is where in the comics, that's where Wanda, I think that's the person Wanda gets taken to when she gets her kids, when she creates her kids out of nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were rumors that he was supposed to show up in this movie, but I'm kind of glad he didn't, because that would have been out of place.
There would have been a lot of going on.
Yeah, it would have been a whole lot of.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they kept it as Wanda as the base, the base antagonist. I won't say villain, antagonist.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a whole lot. Also, I'm pretty sure with the Secret Wars, like after it's done, because this Secret Wars movie is gonna have to be 3 parts, in my opinion. Like, you had the Secret Wars, and then Secret Wars 2, and then the last one, this big ass conglomerate of movies where everybody from all the different universes, all the cameos, all the fight scenes.
They might.
And then after that, you just kind of have what you have, like pick who you want to keep, and then
have Franklin reset that bitch.
Yeah, you might have future Franklin Richards
Reset
in there,
the universe.
reset everything.
They could. I feel like they'll do kind of like
Franklin Richards fighting God Doom. That'd go crazy.
I feel like they'll kind of have it for the Secret War. They'll kind of do small pocket fights and like throughout the movies.
Yeah,
instead of, because I feel like they would kind of want to do 3 big movies, but I feel like just thinking about from their viewpoint, they'll probably do like small stuff happening.
Yeah,
like
they'll
fights
probably do
and
that, because I know
going on.
Kevin
throughout
Feige
the different
came by and
movies.
said that they're not doing no more like 10-year arcs like how they did with Infinity War. So
Yeah,
they might probably do that, but it's like, you gotta think, if they trying to top Thanos and Infinity War and Endgame, they're gonna have to do it big, and Secret Wars is definitely the way to do it. But that pretty much closes up our discussion for Doctor Strange 2. Let us know what y'all think in our DMs or anything like that. Make sure y'all hit us up and let us know what y'all think about the movie if y'all have watched it. If you still here and you ain't watched the movie, I don't know what to tell you.
You're an auditory learner, and you love this movie.
About to say,
you seen the whole thing,
basically. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about this movie in the comments and in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And with that, we'll be getting into our get in our bag section. Our patented section for the show.
Trademarked.
Yes, sir.
Slowly but surely. At us. What was it, get in my bag section? I had the question. I forgot it. Give us a single moment as we find this question. I don't have the question anymore.
Damn. So the first get in our bag question we had is, who would make, so we had to choose one, who would make, I guess, a better Secret Wars MCU villain? Would it be Kang or Doctor Doom?
Okay. For me, the one that would be, I have 2 tiers. The one that would be better is Doctor Doom. The one that makes more practical sense is Kang. Because they've been hyping up Kang for even though he's only been Loki, but they've been hyping up him as this multiversal being. So it will make sense for him and his variants if he chooses to be the villain throughout the different multiverses, and then you can introduce the Council of Kangs and other aspects of his character as like the overarching villains or antagonists. Doctor Doom would be liver just because it's Doctor Doom,
right?
And you know the fucking quotes and shit he gonna give you is gonna be
more Shakespeare than
it's
Thanos.
Gonna be better than it'll be better than
way
Thanos.
Better.
He gonna be in that bitch. He gonna call you dirt, nigga.
Yeah, because Doctor Doom don't give a fuck,
and Doctor Doom don't give out compliments at all.
And Doctor Doom can one-on-one any of these niggas.
Yeah,
the only person that he made like stay, you know what, I'm gonna fuck with you is Reed Richards. That's the only person.
Yeah,
because that's the only person he respects in the Marvel comic like universe.
Yeah, and it's not because powers, because that nigga's mind.
Yeah, like Reed Richards is the smartest man in the universe. Like it's confirmed. It kind of fluctuates with like him or his daughter Valeria.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's gonna be Reed Richards. And
till they say otherwise.
Yeah, so that's gonna be crazy. I would say, Doctor Doom would be a better villain, just because, like, if for some reason, and I hope Marvel doesn't do this, but if for some reason, let's say Marvel kills off Kang in either like Ant-Man or at the end of Loki season 2 or something like that, and you hype up Doctor Doom, it's like, okay, I'll take Doctor Doom over Kang the Conqueror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like that nigga Doctor Doom is just like methodical with his shit, like gonna be in his bag, and it's just always one step ahead of everybody except Reed Richards. So, and I'm kind of interested to see how they bring him up in the Fantastic Four movie, if they even do that. Because
I think they will.
But I don't know if you would make the Fantastic Four movie like an origin story, like a straight origin story, because we kind of already got 2 of those in the original Fantastic Four movie.
We got one.
And
I still haven't seen that other one. To this day.
The other one. But it's like Doctor Doom is such a hard character to like portray in like live action. Like the last 2 Doctor Dooms we've had, they both suck.
They could do him how they did. I feel like for him, they could do the Thanos treatment.
Right.
Where like whoever they go against, whether it's some big villain or just kind of like a origin type deal, or however they do it, they can have him appear at the end, where it's just like not the I'll do it myself shit, but just like you see Doctor Doom, you could do some shit where you see that nigga in his chair, and he just says some
in his
shit,
castle,
and then it credits, and then you just know, you're like, oh shit, this nigga Doctor Doom about to do some crazy shit. So I feel like with him, if they did it like that, I feel like that would be more hype for him, for his character, going forward.
Or if like for like somehow you have like in the first if like first part of Avengers 5 Secret Wars, you have the villain as Kang the Conqueror, and then at the end you have Doctor Doom like, you know what, I see what you're doing, but I'll do it better. And then just kills him. And then he just takes over the whole shit. He's like, yo. But then it's like Kang the Conqueror. I mean, unless he kills like Prime Kang, because that would pretty much be the main villain. Is by Prime Kang, which is the original Kang the Conqueror. And depending on how they do this Kang the Conqueror, because in the comics, he's more commonly known, he's Nathaniel Richards, and he's either a descendant of Reed Richards, or in some instances they say he's like a descendant of Doctor Doom. So depending on which route they go, let's say they go like him being a descendant of Doctor Doom route, he could be like, because Kang the Conqueror in the comics, he perfected Doctor Doom's, I think, time machine. So Doctor Doom could just probably be like, oh, I see you perfected my shit, but I can do it better. And slash that nigga.
That'd be wild.
Like, I see you perfected my shit. I appreciate you. I'm gonna give it back. I'm gonna take it back.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Let me hold $1. Nah, but I would say Doctor Doom. But I have enough faith in Marvel that whichever choice they go, even if like for some reason they don't do Doctor Doom, which I don't know how you don't do Doctor Doom in the MCU.
They'll have to.
Yeah, but I say they'll have to.
Money talks.
Exactly.
Money talks. He gonna be in there.
So that's why I'm mainly excited to see this Fantastic Four movie, because I know it'll be different from what we've seen in like not even just like the previous ones we've gotten, but just a different feel of like Marvel movies and where they go. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they fix the suit situation by then, but we'll see. I'm telling you, that suit was bad, bro. I was turned. I'm like, bro, there's no definition. It looked like this nigga in the goddamn
green screen
suit. Like he had a green morph suit. That's literally probably what he did. He had a green morph suit when they should have just had the actual suit, because that's what they do with Spider-Man. Like he has the actual suit, and then he wears like something over it to where he's doing like the animations like flying, it looks better in that in those like action scenes. Yeah.
That probably was just a rush.
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of like a not rush scene, but kind of just like, nigga, we just need to film this.
Yeah, because that's pretty much my theory for what they did for Moon Knight, because the suit is animated, which is why we don't see a lot of Moon Knight, because it's probably expensive to animate the shit.
Yeah.
Instead of just like actually getting a suit. And really both suits are animated. Because you would think at least the Mr. Knight one, that's just a regular suit you can buy somewhere at a suit store, or like at a, like that's something that they make. But nah, that shit was animated too. So in my opinion. But anywho, that's for our first question. Do you remember the second one?
Not at all. It was good too.
It was. I guess we had to add that for the next one.
I'll remember it for the next one.
Yeah. But with that being said, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. You know, keep supporting us on all platforms. Make sure you guys add us and share us at the Redacted Show on all platforms. So that's Instagram, Twitter, and those things of that nature. Also, for those who don't know, we're finally on Pandora.
Yes, sir.
Finally on Pandora after 3 months.
Took a solid 3 months. I had to email them. They emailed me back. They was like, "Oh, our podcast group, we're a little low staff right now, so we'll get back to you." Niggas got back to me a month later. I was like, "Damn, y'all don't like me?"
It's only one nigga. They low staff.
But yeah, finally on Pandora, so we're on pretty much we're on Google
Every-
Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio.
Now
a whole bunch of other stuff.
Sirius XM.
I think we're on. No, I don't know if we're on there. We might be. I haven't checked.
So we just growing. So there's no excuse why you shouldn't be following us. There's no excuse why you shouldn't be listening to us. You know what I'm saying? If you really rock with us, you're gonna listen to us. You're gonna find a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but with that being said, I just want to appreciate everybody, listeners in Germany. We love y'all.
We love our international listeners. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day we'll do an episode in y'all's language. Just let us know.
You got to send us the Rosetta Stone so we know how to speak it. But with that being said, this your boy Feeq.
It's your boy Dane,
and we out. Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4 or 5, jump in and ask my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fat, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull up park, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for quick burns. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice to the drop like ink. Shane came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mate. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was Mako. Got my Soviet clutch in the Draco. It was bacon, we taking your cake though. I got the tree like a poplar. Bango. I've been at 10, ain't no hang though. Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4